Well, hello, friends. I'm Shannon Keebler with Empower Consulting. Thanks for joining me as we help teachers transition to online learning. Don't forget to follow me at www.empowerlearngrow.com. I know for many of you who are transitioning to online or virtual school that this could be a little bit rocky, bumpy for you and bumpy for your students. But I think that we have a few ways that can really help you make the transition smooth for everybody, including your parents. So here's my first tip. But before I give it to you, would you take a moment to like, subscribe, or comment on this video? It'll help more people to see it and more people to find some ease with this new transition. Tip number one. Tip number one is to show your face. I gave this tip before, but I think it's an important one for us to revisit. Just today, my own 7th grade daughter logged in to do her online work, and there she had a video from one of her teachers. Her entire demeanor changed. Why? Because there was a personal connection. It reminded her of what is normal, of what could be, of what is. Her teacher just chit-chatted for a few moments, gave the assignment, and then set her off. It changed everything about how she was approaching that particular topic. Our students are looking for a sense of normalcy. You bring that. You've created strong relationships with your students, and they're looking to see you. So, not every child has access to virtual, online, digital training. Not all of them will be able to see your face. But if they can, if you're able to send just a quick little video using maybe your phone, using a program like Flipgrid or Seesaw, or any of those, just a few moments every day to touch base with your students will bring a whole lot of peace to their day. Tip number 2. My tip is, let's simplify. Can we simplify the resource list that we're sending home? All over the internet now, everyone is being super helpful. In fact, they're probably being too helpful. We have lists upon lists of websites, of games, of free subscriptions, of videos, of you name it, and there's all these things our parents can do with their students at home. The lists, though, are pretty overwhelming. Our parents are overwhelmed. They've never done this before, just like you've never taught online before. So we have to do our part to help simplify. How about we take those lists and we narrow it down to 2 or 3 resources that we vetted, we looked into, we like the game, we think it's good, we think the video is well done. Send home 2 or 3 instead of a list of 50 different websites they can visit. So my friends, tip number 2, let's simplify our resource lists. Let's make it easier for you and for our parents. And finally, tip number 3, less is more. This, of course, piggybacks on tip number 2, but now it has to do with what we're assigning. If we're assigning 20 problems for our students to do in mathematics class, it's probably too many. What if we chose less problems? It'd be less work for you too. And if we chose less problems, we could do more with them. One of my favorite ideas is to have students do concrete, pictorial, and abstract activities, CRA, or concrete, representational, and abstract activities with each of their problems. But that means they only need maybe 3. Let me show you an example. If you use something like this, which many of us know as a Frayer model, you would put the numbers inside here. Maybe it's 462 because you teach 2nd grade. And in this box right here, they had to build 462. If they have place value blocks, great. If they don't, could they do a representation, a picture of what 462 looks like? 4 hundreds, 6 tens, and 2 ones. Over here, maybe they write the equation multiple ways. Expanded form, standard form, maybe by tens and ones, maybe by hundreds, tens, and ones. What are the different ways they could represent that number? Down here, what if they had to add 100? Add 262. Subtract 100. Maybe down here they do something that has to do with computation. But all of these activities are embedded number sense. We're creating a good depth foundation around this number. Then finally over here, maybe it's a constructed response. Maybe they have to compare. There's a lot of different options of what you could do in each box, but they would only have to do 3. They do 3 of just this. Every day, a new number. You could do the same thing with a pre-printed format like this. For fractions, maybe you gave them 2 fractions. They'd have to build it on bar models. They'd have to put it on a number line. They'd add, subtract, multiply, or divide the fractions, depending on where you're at. And then they would compare the fractions. You choose. But this would be a way to make less is more. Less problems, but we could do more with them. we can make it more meaningful than a workbook page of lots of activities. There you go, my friends. I hope these 3 tips were helpful today in helping your transition to online school go smoother for you, for your students, and for the parents. Don't forget to like my video, and we'll see you next time. Bye, friends.